Hi, this is Suzanne Hill, and I want to talk a little bit about expression workshop activities. So let's go to the Blackboard site, and I want to go to the Week 1 folder. So if we take a look here at Week 1, which you have already completed at this point, but I want to point out that there was a description here of the first expression workshop, which we're referring to as the EW activities. So the first expression workshop activity was included here in Week 1 and described here in Week 1. And I am asking you to turn in an expression workshop activity each week. You're required to complete 15 hours of activities for the semester. And the expression workshop activities are writing activities that are to be completed outside of the regular classroom work. I don't want you to fall behind. I don't want you to feel like you have to get 15 hours of them done at the end of the semester. So I'm trying to get you to complete each one, or complete one each week. You can select an activity of your own, or you can use the suggested ones that I have included on the Blackboard site. Now the things to remember are that the first EW activity is a self-critique that is required. The final EW activity to be done toward the end of the semester is also required. It's required that you do 15 hours altogether. It's required that you do a library session, and it's required that you do a writing seminar. Mine will be on September 24th. So if you're looking here in folder 1 and we click on this link to the first expression workshop activity, this is where you will submit it. So to submit it, you would hit Browse My Computer, find your document, attach it here, and then press the Submit button. So that's what you would do to turn in the first one, which hopefully you've already done. If not, I'd like to see it done as soon as possible in the beginning of the semester. So next, let's go to in your Blackboard site, this menu item here, Expression Workshop. If you click on that, this gives a little description of what exactly is meant by EW activities. And this is where you can take the opportunity to do writing type of things that you probably wouldn't have the opportunity to do in another class, or maybe you've wanted to concentrate your efforts. You're free to do that here with these EW activities. If we click on this link and go into Expression Workshop, number 1, here's the blank form. If you download this form, this is the log where you can keep track of the hours and how you're spending them doing your EW activities. And I do need that at the end of the semester. This is the first self-critique, EW1, and here's a description of it here. You might want to save it to your hard drive or print it out, but here's the description of it. You could use any one of these options for completing this first activity, but here's the description of how to do it, and that I would like you to please label it clearly so I know what it is that you're turning in. And again, it gets turned in folder 1, the week 1 folder. So let's go back and look at these other. Here are suggestions for the second expression workshop. You could do either one of these or a combination of the two, or save one for 1 week and one for the next week. But they are discussions of another suggested activity. In week 3, here is another suggested activity. In week 4, here's another suggested activity that looks at subjects and predicates. And if at any time you're thinking there's a grammar or a writing activity I'd like to work on, not related to these, but something I want to do myself, please feel free. There are many, there are resources on the web that you can use that can give you grammar exercises and other writing exercises. I try to have a link to those resources. I'm trying to remember where they are. Perhaps they're here under support. No. But I'll try to get a link to some of those important writing sources that you can use, and just you can turn that in, a grammar type of exercise, a writing exercise, that's fine. Just please let me know what week it's for, and make sure you got your name on it, and a brief description of where you found it and how it helped you. Something to let me know why you're using this activity and what it's done for you. So let's just also note the very last one, this final EW, the semester-long self-critique. Here's the description for it. So that's done closer to the end of the semester. No need to worry about that yet. And if we open the syllabus, I have the syllabus open here, and we look for the discussion of expression workshops. The expression workshops are discussed here in the syllabus, what's required, that it should be 15 hours worth, the kinds of things you can do, etc., and how it should be documented on your log. So that's mentioned there in the syllabus. And I also want to point out how they will be evaluated at the end of the semester when you turn them in with your portfolio and I have all 15 hours worth. I'm looking to see that there are 15 hours of documented activities, that you completed the writing seminar, that you completed the library instruction session, that your work shows increased ability, it shows an interesting variety, that all the work is labeled and explained, and that you use standard formal English. Not looking for free association or free writing, but standard written English that I can understand what you're saying. So use that blank form. Keep track of all the activities. Remember, please, this 15 hours is required by the English department. It's not my role. I've been accused before on student evaluations that I was mean to make you do these 15 hours, but this is something that's part of your class. That's why you had to pay for a 4-credit class. Although you earn 3 credits, it does take this extra sort of lab work each week, this extra hour of work, which they're calling these EW activities. So if you have further questions, feel free to send them to me. Thank you.